If it's okay, please can you write something on the chat? Say hello, hi. Can you hear me? Okay. It's okay for everyone? It's okay? Okay. So nice to meet you, so thank you for being here. My name is Agathe, and I'm working for Join School in France, and my colleague Metap, she also works for Join School in France, and she's here to answer to your question on the chat during the presentation. So I'm very glad to present you our programs because it's my first time. It's my first webinar, and I'm going to do my best to explain you how to join a master in France through Join a School in France. So during this webinar, I will introduce you Join a School in France, then we will see the programs, and I hope you can see the PowerPoint. I hope it's okay for everyone. So then we will see the programs, the requirements, the process in 3 steps, and the benefits to join a master in France. And then there will be a part where you will ask some question if you have. So first of all, Join a School in France is for more than 30 years, recruits international students for top-ranked schools in France. With an online application, you will be able to apply in a simple and an easy procedure. And first, you have submission online of documents. And after, you will have the announcement of eligibility to take the interviews that are organized all around the world. And please take into account that with only one application, you will be able to apply to several programs, to several programs in different fields, such as management, fashion, or engineering. And there is also, if you are interested in a short-term programs, it's possible. With this short-term program experience, you can also apply to our summer schools in perfumery, gastronomy, cosmetics, fashion, or motion design. So now we will see the programs. So we propose you to join a master in management schools. So we have HEC Paris, ESCP Europe, EM Lyon Business School, Schema Business School, and Audencia Business School. Then we have engineering schools, such as Essier Paris. For the fashion schools, we have La Fabrique, Institut Français de la Mode, École de la Chambre syndicale de la couture parisienne, and the short-term programs. It's summer schools, such as Ferrandi Paris, Gobelin, Isipka, and La Fabrique. And of course, I will send you after the presentation catalogs related to those programs in order to have more details about each program. So concerning the requirements, so to be eligible to do the interviews, you have to speak English, of course, but French is not mandatory. It's just a bonus. And you have to having less than 30 years old or 30 years old in the year, at the end of the year. So a bachelor degree is required, or the equivalent. For example, Chinese people, it's a banker or a license. And not in France. You have to be graduated from a foreign country, not in France. And this diploma, which has to be recognized in your country, it's really important because it's a specific condition to be eligible to do the interviews. Of course, you have an online application So you have to go on our website, that is joinasschoolinfrance.com, and with this online application you have to submit your documents that are required, and I will say some words about a few exceptions. For all of these points are for the management programs, but there is some exception for fashion and engineering. For fashion, you have to speak French, and for engineering, English. So then we will see the process. The first step of this process is to apply on the website joinasschoolinfrance.com. Then you have to select your program, management, engineering, or fashion. When you will enter into this program, you have to fill out a form. It's really simple. All is explained. Is well explained on our website. It's a form, and you have to fill out with your name, your first name, your address, email address, and some information about you. Then you have to submit all your documents. It's really important. The documents are, I think that Metap can answer to this question in details, but in memory, I have, so you have your resume, your recommendation letters. You have 2 recommendation letters. Also the payments for the management program, because it's free for engineering and fashion. You have also what we have,
some basic documents.
Some basic documents such as passport, resume. Also your records, your diploma, of course, because you have to be graduated and have with a license, banker or bachelor, the equivalent of bachelor. So we need to have this proof. There is also a written test such as GRE, GMAT, CAT for Indian people. It's really important to do this written test because it's one of the conditions to be eligible to do the interviews. Also, you have an English test such as TOEFL, TOEIC. It depends of the country, and of course, there are exceptions for people who come from America or Great Britain. It's not mandatory, and the English test is not mandatory, of course. And for people who follow an English formation, you have just to upload the proof that your formation is in English, and you don't have to do the English test. So all of these documents are really important. You have all the list on the website, and you have to respect the delay, because we have a limit of time. You have a limit of time, and it's really important to respect the delay. And now we will see the process step 2. So after this online submission of documents, you have the announcement of eligibility to do the interviews. So interviews are organized all around the world. In French embassies, Campus France, Lycée Français, partner schools, and Chamber of Commerce. And you can choose your place, your location, in order to do the interviews in the city of your choice. You just have to mention your country and your city. Concerning the interviews, it's around 30 minutes in English or in French with some English. The jury of these interviews is composed of alumni. So this alumni are people like you before, because they did the same program. They are former students, and they will ask you some questions about personal skills, motivation, and general culture. And of course, there is also a few exceptions for fashion and engineering programs. The interviews through will be through Skype with the school. So in French for fashion program, and in English for engineering. Then the step 3, the last step, the admissibility. So you will receive the results of the interviews, and it's really important to mention that you can be eligible, admissible for one school, or for several schools, or maybe for any school. It's like this, and I hope you can be eligible for several schools. It's the principle of our program, and the publication of the result, of course, will be for each schools on their respective websites. Concerning the benefits to join a master in France through Join a School in France, one of the best points is that you have the opportunity to apply for several schools with only one application. And it's also an access to the French culture, and even if for short-term programs such as summer schools, it's the possibility for you to spend to travel around France, and during 3 to 15 days, following for a program, a short-term program, to have specific skills in a specific field, such as gastronomy, cosmetics, fashion, or motion design. And it's also a way to become graduated in a French top-ranked school, and thanks to this program, you can have the beautiful experience to be part of an international community. For example, we have our alumni that are the member of the jury for your interviews, and they help us to build our international community. So it's a strong network. So thank you. I think maybe you have some questions, so we are here to answer this. So I will take a moment to see your question. Should two recommendation letters be strictly written in French? No. So for the recommendation letters, all the documents can be in English, or in French. It's okay. Sometimes we can have some recommendation letters in Spanish, but it's better if it's in English or in French. Okay.
Les 2 lettres doivent être académiques. Ou sinon une académique, une professionnelle.
It's better to have an academic, 2 academic letters, recommendation letters, but we can have an academic and a professional recommendation letters. It's okay.
Is there age limit exception for engineering and fashion schools? No.
Yes, it's a good question also. There is no limit of age for engineering program, and for fashion program the limit is 26. I'm waiting for your questions.
Yes, but
Yes, it's better. For example, if you come from China, for your documents, it's really important to have the translation.
An official translation.
An official translation. Yes, it's really important because it's better in English. Yes, of course. Yes, it's okay for 2 recommendation letters, 2 academic recommendation letters. It's better. Do you have other questions?
En fait, c'est mieux d'avoir 2 académiques. Après, il y en a qui n'ont pas 2 académiques, donc ils veulent donner une profession.
So it's better to have Metaps is saying that it's better to have 2 academic recommendation letters, but for those who when it's not possible, you can have 1 academic and 1 professional recommendation letters.
Yes, it's possible.
Yes, exactly. It's possible for Indian people with CAT and TOEFL scores from 2017. It's not a problem. And I can add that the score for the written test and for the English test, there is no minimum score. It's the decision of the schools. It's not our decisions. That's why there is no minimum score. Is it okay for you? Okay.
Est-ce qu'il y en a d'autres qui ont des questions?
Do you have any questions? So, and I have to say that I will send you the catalogs concerning all the programs in details, and also you will have the video the replay of the video of this webinar, and of course you have for this page you have on the website jointhesschoolinfrance.com all the procedure, the process, and you can write me an email at jointhesschoolinfrance at cci Paris-Île-de-France IDF that's FR and I can write you also my email address if you have a question. My name is Agathe, and I will be here. So I will see. I'm going to see your question. Okay.
Tu veux pas écrire mon adresse mail? Non, l'adresse mail Join the School in France, c'est bien.
Attends. For the GMAT, for the scores, you just have to scan your documents to send to us your documents, and we will send the scores to the schools.
Alors en fait, is it necessary to tamponner? En fait, je t'explique. C'est mieux, il faut une lettre de recommandation en anglais, mais s'il la traduit du chinois en anglais, il faut une traduction officielle d'une institution spécialisée dans la traduction. Mais c'est mieux directement que son référent écrive une lettre en anglais.
Okay. I think it's better.
Il faut ces informations du référent.
Ça, c'est pour laquelle?
Pas besoin de tampon. Celui-là, pas besoin de tampon, donc c'est adresse mail, numéro de téléphone, nom prénom.
For Rongchen, it's better that your reference writes the translation and to send the translation.
And we don't need.
And we don't need to attempt. It's not mandatory. It's okay for the translation.
We just need the reference.
And we just need the reference information, his name, his address, and it's okay.
It's okay. Ensuite. It is generally preferred for Indian students to take an English letter even if they... No. For Navin, Andrea.
For Navin, Andrea, no.
It is not necessary.
It's not necessary
to take an English test.
To take an English exam. Of course, just to have the proof that you
have studied in English.
That you have studied in English.
Ensuite, tamponner by translation company or authority. Ouais. En fait, tout document chinois doit être traduit par une institution officielle, donc tamponné.
For Rongchen, I'm going to answer. All your documents have to be translated, so in English. So by an institution. It's we need an official translation.
Ensuite, if we submit the application through your site, will be applicable to all other partner schools somewhere in France. Je n'ai pas très bien compris. Ça dépend, hein, si tu postules pour le management, tu postules une candidature pour 5 écoles.
Rochini Venka. If you apply through our website,
for management schools,
you just have to apply once, and it's for 5 business schools, and each school will take its decision. They are independent. They are dependent. Sorry, independent. Is it okay for you? Do you have any question?
No, upload.
No, recommendation letter, you have to upload it online. All the documents have to be uploaded online on our website. Not by email, but on our website when you will apply for a master. We are waiting for your question. And if you have other question, of course you can send us an email, and we will do our best to answer in details. And maybe they will I have another question.
Yeah. Interview for business school. What if my country doesn't have a center? I'm from Finland.
So concerning the center, it's not a problem. We have new destination, new center each year, and for each station. So in Finland, it will be the first time, and sometimes we can open a center, and if it's not possible, we will see with you if it's possible for you to go in another center in a European country that is near to your own country.
Quand il n'a pas entendu, faut que tu redises ça.
Ok. Alors.
Il repose sa question sur les autorisations.
So, Hongchen, can you hear me? It's okay for you now? So, you have to give us an official translation. It's really important. So,
if it should be stamped, yes.
It's stamped, of course. It's official, and in official documents, there is a stamp.
On a différents centres, New Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore.
We have a lot of centers in India, in Bangalore, New Delhi,
Mumbai, ça dépend.
Mumbai.
Ça
It
dépend.
depends, and when do they happen? It happened when we have many stations in a
Full
year.
station.
We have 4 stations in a year, and you will have the calendar soon. I think in July you will have the calendar, but you can apply online now.
On n'a pas les dates encore.
But we don't have the calendar for the moment for the next year. But you will be informed on time. Morocco, of course, yes, there is a center, and I'm in charge of this center.
Can I submit my application through your site for business management section and individually submit my other application for other section? On n'a pas finance. Attends, en fait, c'est un master in management après. Dans chaque école, il y a des spécialisations. Donc, il aura forcément la spécialisation finance. C'est pas un programme à part.
For TTAN, there is for a business management section within the schools, you have different section. So I think you can follow a program in finance within a business school.
It's a specialization.
It's a specialization.
Targeting.
But if you want to be sure, you can ask directly to the schools.
On verra sur notre catalogue de toute façon.
And also on our catalogs, you will have maybe this information.
July session, can I start? Yes, you can start now.
Through Skype, it's for fashion and engineering programs. The interviews are through Skype, but sometimes if it's really complicated to open a center, it can be a Skype conversation or a Hangout. I don't know if you know this system, but with Gmail, you have a video to do interviews in live, so it's possible. It's like Skype.
5.
But we do this process by Skype only if there is a really few candidates. It's not the real process.
5 écoles. Il postule avec une application à 5 écoles.
You apply for 5 schools. The timeline to submit the application is it depends, because it depends of the session.
Tu veux dire le temps qu'ils prennent pour
celle-là.
What is it? Timeline, ça veut dire quoi?
Le temps, la période.
En fait, ils peuvent commencer dès maintenant et on aura nos calendriers bientôt. Plus tôt ils commencent, plus ils ont le temps de...
TTAN transfer, you can apply now, from now, and so it's okay because we don't have the calendar yet, but it's a way for you to apply, to take the time to upload your documents, to have all your documents, and the next session. Yes, the next session is around October. So the deadline. So you have time.
Ensuite, French is important. Ouais. All the Master in Management program are taught in English, not in French. And also aussi pour les écoles d'ingénieurs, c'est aussi en anglais. Donc le français, ça reste vraiment un plus, à part pour 2 programmes en mode.
Okay. Yes, French is important, but it's a bonus because you will be in France, of course. But the programs are in English, and your interviews are in English. So we have to challenge you with the English level. That's why we ask to our candidates to speak English.
Juste deux programmes en
Just
deux programmes en mode sans français.
but just 2 programs in fashion programs are in French.
What is rentrée? It's the entrance. Entrance. En fait, s'il commence à postuler maintenant pour le management, c'est la
rentrée 2019 session means the start of the university process, the entrance to the university. The start of the program.
I need to submit
Yes, it's a bonus. It's a bonus to learn French. So thank you. I hope it's clear for you. And thank you, Metap, to be here to answer with me to our candidates, to our future candidates, I hope. And we will be here to answer to your questions by email. So Metap is writing you our email address. And my email address also.
Non, le chat, t'as pas besoin, c'est des candidats.
Yes.
Après, tu vas te plaindre.
So you have your
Attends, je mets le numéro de téléphone aussi.
Alessandro, join a school in France. You have the email address, and you can ask your question if you have. We will do our best to answer.
Alors, 01 55 65.
And also the number, the phone number. It's okay for you? So thank you. It was a pleasure to present you Join a School in France, and I hope you will be soon part of our international community. Thank you so much, and bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you.